What's up, everybody? Saturday night, 3/28 of 2020. Not a whole lot going on. Figure we get a little live action going on. Maybe talk to a little couple of y'all. See if anybody's got some things they want to talk about. What the hell is that? Home. Hey, now look at that. MSL, what's up, buddy? Oh, wow, we're up to 13. All right. Let me bring it up on here. I can check out some comments on here. Turn the volume OFF off. All right, so we got Perry Roberts, Jeff Rhodes, MLH Repairs, Chris Bucci, I think it's Bucci. Joseph Boley, how are you? Yankee Doodle. It is raining like a bitch, Yankee Doodle. Darwin Scott, Sexton's Excavating, Vanaloo, John Hanna, ALL Firewood, John Chafin, Jesse Bills, Dirt, perfect. We got a celebrity in the house. Saw Surgeon, Timothy Thompson. Wow, this is good response, everybody. So everybody's been cooped up in the house. Not a lot going on, I'm sure. And yes, it is, Jeff Rhodes. Wow, look at the comments coming. Blake Rothman, how are you, buddy? Jason Metcalf, the timber is wet. Oh, man. So, Country Boy Logging. Man, look at you, Merck Stalinsky. What's up, guys? John, I'm with you. I'm waiting on a couple boat parts, and I think I'm going to start doing a lot of fishing because that's about all you can do. And only in the lake because the rivers and streams around here are blown out. Chris Nevels, what's up? So, this live feed, like I said, everybody's cooped up. I'm just hanging out at the house all day. Was hanging out at the house all day today because there's nothing else going on. I cooked a big steak for dinner. And Dark Horse Firewood, what's up? And figured we'd do a little live feed, so how everybody's doing, how everybody's hanging in there. The topic is, well, it's up to you. You shoot them out here in the comment section below, and or beside, however you're looking at it. And we will talk about what you guys wanted. Do you guys have any questions? Do you have any? There's lots of questions. I don't know if I can answer them, but shoot them out there. Kansas Kev's getting a transfer case out of his 2005 Chevy. Doesn't sound like much fun, but it's something to do. MSL says it's dry down there. Hopefully all this stuff stays up here, buddies, so you can get some work done. Saw Surgeon's in the shop. Okay. Yank Doodle wants to know how the market is. The market is volatile right now. It's very, who knows? The pulp I think is going to be okay. I think the blocking pallet grade material is going to be okay. Because more things now are getting shipped than previous. Obviously people like Amazon and things like that, the online orders of stuff are going through the roof. So there's lots of cardboard, lots and lots of cardboard. So, and so I think that end of it's going to be okay. Unfortunately, I think grade lumber is going to take a huge nosedive, and it's going to be there for a while, I think. That's just my opinion. And it's not worth much, that's my opinion. We'll see what happens. Dickard with Dave is in the house. How are you, buddy? I don't know, John. You gotta tell me what he wants for the thing. But get a hold of me outside of this. Jason Maycheck, what are you doing tomorrow, Jason? May I come over? We'll go for a ride on the buggy if it ain't raining. I ain't got nothing else to do. We'll get Allie and Ava to do some video intros with the book. I can bring the book. Yes. Okay, so there was two things happened to the skidder. You guys keep saying that yard work. John, it's dark. Anyways, there was two things. So the transmission issue I boiled it down to, I can't find out when the oil was changing at last. So I think the oil is just excessively dirty. It's nothing in it. I've talked to quite a few people. MLH was one of the people on here, a couple other people. And I want to thank everybody. A lot of people sent emails in giving their advice. Marshy sent a bunch of stuff on microns of filters and the different things and oil sample stuff. I mean, everybody was so generous with their knowledge, and I really appreciate that because without you guys, a lot of times I'm, throwing darts blind, and it's. Sorry, I'm reading comments and ADD and anyways, but all right. So I boiled it down to the skidder hasn't messed. I put a different filter on it again, no issues. But we're gonna change the oil. I think as soon as I get a day where it's not downpouring, we're going with the High Guard from John Deere, and I'm gonna flush the complete system, put all new oil. I got a new Baldwin filter that I found because they're really hard to find, but I found the Baldwin filter, which is the direct replacement for the John Deere part. I think the Baldwin filter is what's originally supposed to be on there, honestly. But anyways, because it came in a John Deere box with the John Deere AT part number on it and everything like that. So that's for the transmission. But yes, Thursday afternoon we had a dry day, and it was kind of like a shit and get moment. Get as much as you can throughout the day, and sometime right around 5 o'clock, I blew a hydraulic line. And it was the return line off the main valve body that goes all the way down through the machine, all the way up through the belly pan and up over the side of the motor and into the side of the filter, which is the return for the hydraulic. And, that burst. So it wore through. It had a routing issue, and it was chafed in an area, and it wore the wire through, and it popped. So spent all day Friday morning tugging and pulling, and anybody's ever worked on John Deere skidders know that the hose routing sucks. Logger Wade can tell you all about that. I think he's actually done it. And it just was one of them ones that was not going to be no fun. I tied like a little ratchet strap to it and pulled it through, and then I was trying to pull it back. I needed an extra set of hands, and just nobody was available to help that day, so it was no big deal. I'll get it done. It just took a little bit longer. But we got it in, got it fixed, got the fluids back up to the levels they need to be. The skidder's ready to go again until once I get the transmission fluid. I got MSL says it's just a $5 hose. No, that was a pricey hose. That hose is about that big around, and I don't think it was just regular 2-wire because it's a return line. It's not horrible on pressure, but oh man, it was not cheap. And then, of course, it drained the hydraulic tank. I couldn't stop. There's no shutoff on the tank. And I couldn't stop the oil coming out of it. And end of the day, it was, just what can you do? So I didn't have any plugs with me. Did I miss any of your comments? Darwin starts Monday. So hopefully we got that back together. Mikey, how are you guys making out? They're perfect. If you're still on here, I'm sure your work is slowed way down. I don't know what all you can do or get away with. I'm not sure what your state says you can and can't do. Things are getting tough here, man. There's a lot of money going out, broken parts and bills, and there's not a lot coming in. So, saw a surgeon, $5 I wish was the tax. Try that times like 4. Oh wait, no, there is no tax. I'm tax exempt. Loggers are tax exempt. So, I got some extra parts. I'm gonna do a video doing a shout out to a great company that I get all my supplies from, logging, not parts, but like bars, chains, two-stroke files. I'll do that. That'll be the next video I load up, I think. They're great people, and if you guys are ever interested in anything, you can get them and get their business and tell them I sent you. They're awesome people. I don't know if they knew I did the video, but they'll find out. I'm sure they won't mind. But I got a new spring buffer for the 372. I broke one of them the other day. I actually swapped it with one from the 395, and I think I like the 395 spring better because it's the same size, but it's way heavier duty. So, but I found this one cheap. It's a highway, it's a knockoff, but it'll still work. I mean, the AV springs are pretty not bad, the AV buffer. So I got that. I don't have any other goodies laying on the table here anywhere. Oh, I do have something. Let me read some of your comments, and then I will. Adam Isgates from Bloomsburg, PA. Buddy, you have to get in touch with me because I have so many questions, forester-like questions. I'd like to do a video with somebody, and if you're interested in it, please get in touch with me. This is my email, and you're not too far away, so it might be something I could come out for a day, and we could talk things. I would love to talk to you because I have so many questions about cruising timber, purchasing timber, things like that, and I have yet to find a forester to talk to about it. So please get in touch with me if you feel comfortable. If not, I totally understand. Don't worry about it. Okay, so MSL, I know feeling. Josh Warner. Yep, that's exactly what I did, Josh. I'll tell you what, the pulp mills are going good. We are one of the few lucky ones that we are able to still work a little bit, but I have to say our grade market's cut out because the grade mill's shut down. Darwin says you gotta be a contortionist to work on them. Yes, you do. I changed the truck hoist cylinder yesterday. A guy called Tuesday, asked if I would. Didn't tell me that it was loaded, sitting on the tailgate. Oh, God. Yeah, gas prices are cheap. That's one way positive to look at all this. Blowed the muffler off your 372. Your bolts had to get loose or something, MSO. I've crushed them before. And you crush the muffler and you mess it all up to where there's a hole in it, and then you lose all your pressure and your saw don't run for crap. Thank you, Adam. So, man, a friend sent this, and I got this in the mail the other day. Mr. Fire Captain Tom, he says, hey, let me get the note out and read the note because he wrote a pretty nice note to go with it. So, I got this in the mail today. It says, howdy Pete. It says, a neighborhood retiree is a big photographer and a deer hunter. He takes all of these pictures around here in the parkway and adjoining golf courses. Many of these deer are regular visitors to my backyard and bird feeder. Drool over these. He says, I do. Tom, P.S. I'm not sure the name of the town, but it says in the next door suburb as in across the street. Okay. And anybody that sends me stuff like that, I save it. I have a little drawer in my file cabinet. I save everything I get from people like that. But what he said was this cool, this pretty neat calendar. This guy takes all these pictures of these deer and makes a calendar up. I thought that was pretty neat. And it was so nice of him to send that. So there's some big deer Fire Captain got up his way, man. I mean, big deer. So, I don't know. These are probably all in areas where you can't hunt them. There's a doe kind of giving you the stink eye. There was one in here I liked. Where did it go? It's all covered with snow. That's a big one. Holy shit. There, I like that one. Like he just stood up out of his bed. That was pretty neat. But, so Fire Captain Tom, thank you. I like that. And let's go down. Todd Reynolds, road diesels, $2.35 a gallon. Some spots we had to swap out a 3-stage in a Euclid Quarry truck. With the G2s. So, but yeah, come on, man. You guys come up with the topics. Any other questions here? It's all about you tonight. I'll answer. You got some topics you guys want to talk about amongst yourselves with, or you got questions for me, or you got questions for somebody on here? Let's hit it up. I don't think Mikey's Dirt Perfect's on here anymore. I'm sure he's busy with his kids and wife with his family. It was nice of him to stop by. Someone ought to get on the horn and bug Tater, tell him to come over for a little bit. I don't think Dale, I don't know if Stump is, I'm sure, I don't know what he's up to. He's causing trouble, I'm sure. It's still early enough. If you guys didn't see, he put a video up. He sang a song on a guitar. It was the Corona Blues or something. It was good. It was just absolutely good. It was funny. Holy crap, 822 miles on one tank. Stump's in the studio. Okay, so Chris Nevels wants to know what the story with the 518 is. Okay, so the 518 was a lease machine. I treated it as if it were my own. I was the only person running it. No one else. One time another group took it and ran it for a little bit, tore it all to hell, and I kind of threw a fit about that. Well, what happened was, the first time it broke down, the engine blew, it dropped the valve, and valve piece fell down into the cylinder compartment and beat the hell out of the top of the cylinder head and everything. They were in a pinch money-wise, and they hurried up and found a head out of a scrap yard, and they just did a top-end rebuild and put it in, got it running, and it was never right. It just didn't sound right, didn't have the power. It was just never right. MSL, we'll see you. Well, it happened again. Where was I at the second time? Okay, so that was last winter. It dropped that valve again right before Christmas, dropped another valve, locked up. And that was when I had to get it off the hill with the air tank, the 518 rescue mission. Same thing. So now it's getting a total new liners and new head, new new cylinder heads, all that, rings, all that shit. But it's money, man. You know what I mean? Everybody's hurting right now, and the owner of the machine is hurting for coin. You know, it's just, I get it, I understand it. I miss that machine. The one thing I miss about it is being able to pull trees with it. I won't do that with the dozer, because if anybody's familiar with the W3C, the Allied winch, it's kind of like the John Deere winches. Right before you start pulling, when you pull on that lever to draw a cable in, when you're under a load of tension, there's a second of free spool. It'll go out, then start coming in real quick. And I don't mess with that, man. And the other thing with the 518 winch, now this isn't the Gearmatic. This is the Cat winch that's on it. And I don't like Gearmatic winches. That's just me. But you could get on it, hit that thing tension-wise, and at the machine at the idle, and it would pull until it got to a certain tension, just stop. But as soon as you gave it throttle, it would spin up, and torque converted, you know what I mean? So if you really had a tree start to do something funny, you could just whoom, mash that throttle and just whoom, and rip it over, you know what I mean? You can't do that with the Allied on the dozer. It's just one speed, you know what I mean? And it is what it is. So hopefully we get it back someday, you know, man. It's a nice machine. It's small. You don't need a permit to move it. It fits just about anywhere. It goes anywhere because it's articulating, all-wheel drive all the time. It's a wicked little bugger, man. So I hope to get it back. MLH was leaving. Oh, man, we lost MLH. Yank Doodle's going to Arizona to get a truck soon. Nice. MLH will see you. Jason Maycheck wants to know. He wants to know, why didn't I babysit for Lagerweight when he went to Vegas? Because I wasn't out there, I guess. That was Fire's a funny story. One time I went out to see Steve and Wade and Mike and a couple other guys, and Wade was doing something busy one night, and I got left with the 3 kids. I was worried like hell. It was just a funny story. So they're a handful. So, but Perry Roberts wants to know what kind of fishing knives I have. I have a Kershaw fillet knife, a pretty big one that I got in Alaska that I like. I have a Cutco fillet knife. One of my favorites is the Martini. I have a little 8-inch Martini. And then other than that, I just use the either the Mr. Twister or the Rapala electric fillet knives. That's what we use for the walleye and the perch. The big walleye, which we haven't been in that class yet, they're all still small enough you can do it with the electric knife. Once you get into them real big ones, you have the big bones, you got to do them by hand because it'll burn the saw up trying to cut through them big rib bones. Okay, let's see. James Stan, what's up, buddy? Tree farmers are nice. I've looked at Franklin 170s. No, I'm just a little worried about the parts availability situation. Yank Doodle, I do a lot of trout fishing. This year doesn't look like that's going to happen. Because I don't know what the trout fishing is going to be very, very crummy. When they start trout in the state, usually you can help. They encourage people to help. Well, now because of the Kroner boner, no one's allowed to help. So that basically means all the fish are going to be probably in 3 places on a section of the stream, and that's wherever they can get the truck closest to the stream. They don't have the manpower. I understand it. At least they are going to put fish in. And I'll probably go a little bit farther on. We'll see. You know, it's one of them things. But I do the most of, I like fishing for walleye and perch on Lake Erie. And we fish some smaller lakes around here for walleye and perch also. And whatever else bites, you know. I'm basically, if it's biting good, I'll fish for it. But what I like to eat is walleye and perch. Crappie's very good too. I do like crappie. Chris, I don't fit in timberjacks. My knees hit the dashboard. They beat the hell out of me. Yank Doodle, I don't eat trout. I love to fish for them, catch them, but I don't really, I mean, I've eaten them before, but they're just not, when it comes to that variety, I like salmon, and that's just about it, and I don't like farm salmon. I only like natural salmon. Salmon that's run from the ocean into fresh water is the best. Old man in the woods here. Does anybody know where I can get a main pump for a 648D? MSL, did you call Golden Rule Equipment in Myerstown, PA? Try him. John there. He should have one. If not, he can find one. He's a good dude. John Hanna, what state are you in? Huck Miller, big native browns are nice to catch. We used to catch them out of, not natives, but I mean, we catch the ones up in New York. I don't know if you guys can see. Can you see it? There's my finger. That one right there. That's an 11. That was an 11, little over 11 pound brown I caught up in New York. That was the biggest brown at the time. I've caught bigger since, but that was the biggest one. Quit texting me. Someone's texting me. John Hanna, West Virginia. I'll have to remember that. I did a little trout fishing in West Virginia last year, and it was good. Yeah, it's a good time to catch the muskies, Yank. Good time. Good time. So we'll see. I mean, the reason I still plan on logging, but when it rains every day, you don't have many options. You know what I mean? It's just rain. It poured today. Thunderstorms. I know over by videos by Al, they had some tornadoes out by him, north of him, I think, and they were heading into Indiana. Mark Stalinsky, I caught a muskie. I've caught two in my life. One was this big. I shit you not. I was fishing for trout one day and caught it. And I caught one that was just over 50 inches. I had to throw it back. We did some measurements, come up with it. It was probably about 35 pounds. I caught it on 6-pound test on a 6-foot rod fishing for trout in Raccoon State Park in the lake. It pulled the boat all over. If we weren't in a boat, I'd have never landed. It was huge. I wanted to keep it so bad, but it wasn't muskie season. It was huge. It was back before cell phones and all that crush. The major picture thing on phones before that really got popular. So I didn't have a picture phone. Neither did my buddy. We were out in second week of trout season. God, that was 16 years ago, probably 15 years ago. Critch Bucci, no Newfoundland recently. No, I haven't really planned anything. I'd like to go on a what the hell is it? Not the moose. Why the hell can't I think of this? Not a reindeer. Caribou hunt in Newfoundland with a bow. I would like to do that with a bow. I have no desire to shoot with a rifle. They were too easy to walk up on. But I'd like to try it with a bow. That's pricey though, because they had that big worm that killed them. Okay, so Adam Isgate wants to know if I have any good rattlesnake stories. I do not. There's only been a couple jobs I've worked on where I know there's rattlesnakes. There's the one job I worked on was Stump Jumper up towards Reimersburg. They said they weren't there, but I'll tell you what, I bet they were there. I never encountered any. It was late fall, it was getting cool, so they probably really weren't out. Most of my work is not in rattlesnake territory. Now, my brother used to live in State College and cut a lot of firewood up towards you in that area. And he's got some pictures. I mean, big old rattlesnakes, big ones. And I know Dale's group has worked up that way towards, I can't think of the name of the area. There's a big reservoir right up there somewhere. I can't remember. I want to say Taylor. No, I can't think of it. Shit. But either way, them guys got his boy Dano. He would go and hunt and look for him. But he told me stories of times he'd be cutting a big red oak and then the root flares and right there in his feet was a rattlesnake coiled up, but it was really too cold and didn't do nothing. They had pictures of them crossing the road and some that got hit by log trucks and stuff. So nice, Mr. Miller. Saw Surgeons is MSL, BJ Hydraulics in Hastings, Michigan. They are a heavy-duty hydro shop with tremendous inventory of cores and do a great job of building pumps and motors. They ship nationally. Well, there you go. Sounds like you got it, MSL. Sounds like you got it. I'm find it somewhere. Oh, I think I found a valve body for my my loader. I found a 225 that they're parting out that has the valve, full upper valve bank in it. So as soon as I can come up with some capital, I have to do some. I have pictures of the one he has. I got the tag number. I got to do some cross and make sure. I just want to look at it, make sure everything's the same. But I believe all the 225s from that era have the same valve body in them. Unless you had like one that was set up for a slasher saw, which you would have a twin piggyback pump in it. But I don't think that's the case here. So the goal is if I can get this thing, I want to get it. We'll take it to Hydro Shop. I'm going to have them go through it, make sure everything's pretty good in it. We're going to reseal it put it all back together, make sure everything's good. I'll take it out. I'll pull the one in there, put this one right back in, and then take that one and get the same thing. Get it redone, fixed up. That way I have a replacement for it. If something ever happens, it's just swapped the part and back to killing trees. So that was my goal with that. So, come on, where's everybody at? I know you ain't out drinking beer. You might be at home drinking beer or something, but you ain't out. No one's allowed to do anything. Can't go to bars, can't have fun, do not pass go, do not collect $200. No fun time. So, but is that all the questions you guys got? If that's everything. Oh, I got into vodka the other night and it was not good. It gives me weird dreams. So, but I'm trying to think if I got any other updates or anything new. I really don't have anything coming along. You guys I've been keeping up with posting the videos, trying to at least, so you're pretty current on everything. But if that is it, we will let you get back to getting back to whatever you're doing. I just was bored, looking for somebody to talk to, so I figured I'd come on here. It's funny how much of a delay there is, because I'm watching my phone and I'm watching me on here to look at the comments from you guys, and there's like a wicked long delay. I would like to, Chris Neville. He lives very close. I met him very briefly at Bunyan last year, and really didn't have a lot of time to talk. He was nice enough to sign the hat for the Eastern Loggers giveaway. Him and his wife were wonderful. They were great people. I think they were heading off to dinner, so we didn't really want to bother. I was trying to just let them go. It was at the end of the day. Josh, I got to come up with some money. I'm out of them right now. I got to get some more made, man. I'm sorry. I just don't have them right now. And I don't even know if the embroidery place that's making them is even allowed to be open. I'm not sure. They might be. Alrighty, Mr. Plancic. But, I mean, hell, I had to go get a black market haircut the other day. There just ain't nothing open around here. Can't even, Alrighty, Mr. Wellner. I'll get a few more made. Like I said, unfortunately, when times get rough, things like the fun things have to kind of go by the wayside. So, but alright. Maybe we'll cut this off here. It seems kind of like a good ending point. I appreciate you all joining, stopping by. I hope everyone's staying safe, staying dry. My Lord. I hope for this Kroner Boners crap to be over real soon. And we can all get back to 9th and 10th of October. Oh man, I don't know if I'm going to make that Old Man in the Wood. That's starting to get into prime time archery season. I thought it was in September. But, alright, you guys, once again, thank you for everything. I appreciate all your support. I really do. All the emails you guys sent me for the help and with the skidder and things like that. And I mean, I understand, I know nobody has to do that, and I'm very grateful that you do it. I wish there was a better way to show my appreciation aside of telling you on here, but thank you so much. And like I said, stay dry, stay safe, stay warm, and remember, life is meant to be lived. We weren't put on this planet just to exist. We were put here to live. So don't be too freaked out by this. Be safe, of course, but still try to get out and enjoy yourself, because our world's a wonderful place, and it's no place to just watch go by from the window of inside your house. You need to get out there and experience. So, all right, everybody, you take care. Have a good one. And remember, don't let your meat loaf.